Here we are, Raw Food Express, with another smoothie client. Let's tell you your name and how's everything going.
Alright, my name is Dre Topping, and everything's going well. I've been on this program for 6 weeks already, and I'm a professional golfer and an MMA fighter.
Okay. So you said 6 weeks, so drinking the smoothies twice a day?
Yes, sir, yeah,
Okay.
twice a day, usually right after I wake up, and then one after training or usually before bed.
Okay. Now with your smoothies, let's talk about eating habits. Before, your eating habits were mostly focused on what type of meals?
Well, I was always focused on the high carb and high protein, a lot of pasta, a lot of brown rice, and then a lot of meat, as in beef. Did a lot of steak, a lot of ground meat, had a lot of chicken as well, and then fish. So I covered most of the meat groups.
Okay. Now with you switching over to 2 smoothies a day, right away, you were still eating regular food, correct?
Yeah, I was still eating my regular diet when I first started the program. I was still eating my 3 to 5 meals a day. Solid carbs. I had pasta, maybe some brown rice, and then I was still having a fillet of fish or a fillet of chicken here and there.
Okay. And you didn't feel like that you were getting starved or anything, that you needed anything more?
No, not at all. I have a fast metabolism, and I usually crave a lot of foods. That's why I can eat 5 big meals a day. And as I was, going slowly transitioning into that smoothie program after a week, my cravings were actually, subsiding. I was basically satisfied after one cup of the smoothie, and I would still have my meals here and there, but it just wasn't getting to the point where I needed what I usually had before.
Right, okay. So eating habits are covered. Let's talk about sleeping habits. Before, did you ever have any issues with sleeping?
Yeah, at times I'd have a hard time falling asleep on the time that I wanted to. Even after a hard day of training, I'd still be awake, or I'd feel fatigued, but I just wouldn't be able to fall asleep. And when I do sleep, I'd wake up at night here and there, and it just wasn't as deep as a great sleep should be.
Okay. And has it changed since you've been on the smoothie program?
It has. I noticed it slowly. I was sleeping longer consistently. I'd always stick to 7 to 8 hours, and when I do wake up in the mornings, I'd feel just a little bit more energized. Instead of groggy and sore. Because I'm always working out. My body would always feel so achy and sore in the mornings because that's the worst time to have it. And now, like I said, I have a little bit more energy, and I'm sleeping longer as well, and it feels deeper.
Gotcha. Okay, let's talk about something that a lot of people don't like to talk about, bowel movements. So bowel movements, we all know that we should be going, once to twice a day. And a lot of us don't go. The fiber's not there. So if we can just speak on that, how has your bowel movements changed, if so?
It actually was a night and day difference. I was going probably once a day, and I'd still feel congested inside. Even after I relieved it, it just wasn't, I didn't feel light. My body still felt like I had something in there. Now, surprisingly, I'm actually consistently going 3 times a day. And it was usually an hour after every meal. And every time I'd go, I'd feel so much lighter. I was, as we can say, less inflamed inside.
Right.
And it just helped substantially during the training. If you feel like you just shed 5 pounds of waste, and you really feel it, of course you're gonna feel it as a night and day difference.
Correct. Okay, let's talk about training.
Okay.